Okay, speech number 2, Katie, Tiffany, Mandy, Callie, Daddy, and there's Giz over there. Okay, if you will start the timer for me. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when you see an animal, a homeless animal, wandering down the side of the street, it always just breaks my heart, and it spurs thoughts of how they have become to be in that situation. Well, every year, thousands of homes in America will adopt a new baby. And most pet parents are, mature enough and responsible enough that they do get their new fur baby spayed or neutered, so they won't be able to reproduce. So there are several arguments for and against spaying and neutering, but the pros far outweigh the cons. And according to the humanesociety.org, there are an estimated 6 to 8 million homeless animals that enter into animal shelters every year across the United States. And sadly, only half of these animals will ever come to be adopted, and the rest, up to 300,000 in some states, will be euthanized due to lack of available adopters and limited space in adoption centers across the country. So there is, however, a way that we can all help prevent the needless euthanasia of thousands of animals that just want to be loved. The first and most important thing in spaying and neutering will improve is the overpopulation crisis. Altering your pet is the absolute best way to ensure that the crisis becomes under control now and remains under control for years to come. Spaying and neutering also benefits the overall health of your animal, reducing the chances of them developing many cancers and also reducing the chances of them dying an early death due to fighting, roaming, things of that nature. And it also can reduce certain behavioral problems, such as marking in unaltered males and the heat cycle in unaltered females. So today, I want to talk to you guys about the importance of spaying and neutering the animals that you already have and any that you may adopt in the future. And believe it or not, there are many people out there who will tell you that spaying and neutering an animal will subject them to health risks that they would not otherwise be exposed to if they were left intact. However, Catster.com does say that there is an increased risk in weight gain and also diabetes, but the weight gain is more due to a lack of physical activity rather than the surgery itself. And studies have shown that having your animal spayed and neutered will actually increase their overall health and quality of life, as well as to help reduce the overpopulation crisis, as we all know is a huge issue. So let me just kind of put this into perspective for you guys if I can. So say we have a mating pair of cats. They have a litter of kittens. Every cat in that litter has a litter. Every cat in that litter has a litter, and so on and so forth. So hypothetically speaking, one mating pair of cats can produce thousands of offspring in just a matter of years. And that greatly increases the overpopulation. But not only is that important, the health of your animal is also important. And a USA Today article states that the states with the healthiest and longest living pets also have the highest spay and neuter rates, more animals living indoors, and less regional infectious diseases. So this article shows the positive impacts that are made by having your animals altered, as well as having your indoor pets. Obviously, they spread less diseases. Spaying and neutering also reduces the risk of your pet developing certain cancers. Female cats and dogs that are left intact have a greater increased risk of developing pyometra, which is a deadly uterine infection. They also can develop uterine cancer, other cancers of the reproductive system, and also cancers of the mammary glands. Now, during the spay procedure, the reproductive organs are removed, thereby almost eliminating the risk of any sort of reproductive cancer. However, the mammary glands are left intact, so that risk is still there. Male animals left intact have a increased risk of testicular cancer and also of prostate cancer. Now, during the neuter process, the testicles are removed, so it lessens the chance of testicular cancer. However, the prostate cancer risk does still remain. Spaying and neutering can also reduce behavioral problems from starting or stop them if they've already formed. Altering your female cat reduces problems with their heat cycle, which we all know can be really messy. And also it reduces their constant yowling and roaming for a mate. And if you've never heard a female cat in heat, just consider yourself lucky. So altering males also reduces behavioral problems. Male cats, if left unaltered, have the tendency to spray. And we all know how bad that stinks. If neutered early enough, the spray problem will more than likely not even start. And if it has, you can neuter later in life, and it can stop it, actually. Unaltered males, like females, tend to roam in search of a mate. And this roaming can lead to an increased fighting in males that are fighting over mating and territory rights. And it can also lead to certain accidents, such as being run over by a car. So spaying and neutering reduces the roaming urge in both male and females. So in conclusion, we all know that animals just want what we all want, and it's a safe and warm environment to live in where you're loved. But sadly, most of these animals will never experience that luxury, as the majority live incredibly short, miserable lives as strays, where they are constantly fighting hunger, extreme cold in the winter, extreme heat in the summer, and several illnesses until they ultimately succumb to the elements. So the studies proving the importance of spaying and neutering are obviously pretty powerful, as you've heard. Not only does having your pets altered improve their overall health and quality of life, it also helps with the overpopulation crisis, early deaths due to fighting, vehicle accidents, or obviously cancers, as well as the unnecessary euthanasia of thousands upon thousands of innocent animals. So please, be a responsible pet parent and spay and neuter all animals that you have and any that you may adopt in the future. And Katie, Tiffany, Mandy, Dad, and the cats.